Oh, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this Meg Thee Stallion situation, man. It's looking more and more like Meg might be taking the L in this. I mean, you got Meg that's testified Tuesday, and according to the experts, it was very believable. Only for Kelsey to then come in the next day and basically plead the fifth because she don't want to incriminate herself or anyone else. And I think y'all know why. So to everybody, I want y'all to understand that we are in, it has, the powers that be, liberal media, have launched a crusade to destroy masculinity, to destroy men. They need women to do it, especially black women. Any black women that are willing to sell their souls to do it, they'll support them. Shout out to Derek Mary. Appreciate that. Ladies, don't sell your soul. It could have been easy for Kelsey to walk into that courtroom and lie on this man if she was anybody else, but it's obvious that she has a conscience, and it's obvious that she does not like Meg Thee Stallion. Because Meg can go in there and lie. It's easy for her. That's why she's been handpicked by these industry elites, Rock Nation, Jay-Z, because she has no morals. She doesn't believe in anything. So it's easy for somebody like her to lie. It's easy for her to say he did it. That's why they pick women like this to sort of to promote, right? Because they have no morals. They have no conscience. They only care about themselves. Yes, and she got immunity. The LA district attorneys are very inept. They are politicizing this. Y'all got to understand. They are the ones who wanted this. They wanted this whole circus. But let's see who's here. Shout out to Liana.
Hey, Jay.
What's up, Liana? Appreciate that. Make sure y'all like the stream, too. See who's here. Is it Kalimatic? Troy. Hello Kitty. Victor. Atsu. Link. Stephen Brown. Slim. Top comment. TW. Chris G. Brian. Gerald. Stellar. See, swing out. It's Travis here. Yum. Malik. Wood 2K. Keith. Britt. Black. See, Steven. Black and Proud. Antonio. Young boy was good. Listen. I'm all for justice. I'm all for truth, but I'm not for lying. If you are a liar, you deserve what happens to you. You deserve what happens to you. Meg Thee Stallion is not a victim. She is not a victim. She's the one getting jealous and sleeping with men that her friend are dating. That's good charm. Moozy, unscripted violence. I'm going to show y'all the update from court today. This is, I believe, day 3. And I'm going to show y'all what happened just to get the gist of what's going on, right? So y'all can get the full details, because I don't have the full details because I have not been watching this case that close. I've just been looking at, updates from when it's posted. But I'm going to show y'all real quick what's going on. Hold on.
When we walked out of that courtroom just now, every single person was shocked. Every single person was frozen. A lot of people were looking at me like, bro, tell me what is going on. Kelsey took the stand before she even started talking. There were fireworks. This started with Kelsey.
Appreciate that. Yeah, man, that was in the 60s, but that's full-on celebrity worship now, man.
Coming in and saying she is invoking her Fifth Amendment right to remain silent and not testify. When someone invokes the Fifth Amendment, they have to be invoking it because if they were to testify, they would be giving testimony that incriminates themselves. She said, I will not testify because I would be giving testimony that I'm incriminating myself. That's what it means when she invoked the Fifth Amendment. Now, the government offered her immunity. They said that we will not prosecute you and use this testimony against you, so please testify. Her lawyer came back and said, well, that's not good enough. I don't want you to just not use her testimony against
What's good, Ed Nice? I see you, Ed Nice, Augustine.
her. I want you to confirm to me that you will not prosecute her for any crimes arising out of this instance, out of this situation. The prosecutors said, yes, on the record, we will not be charging Kelsey for anything that came out of this incident. And then she testified. I'm going to go over the whole testimony in the next video, but here's the piece that we just left off at lunch. The courtroom is just, I can't even explain the tension. They asked her, at one point, did Tory ever say that I'll shoot you? And she said, I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment right, which suggests, they asked her, what's the context? When did he say I'm going to shoot you? She said, I invoked the Fifth, which suggests that the context was Kelsey was doing something, perhaps Meg was also doing something that would incriminate her. That's the context. That's what I get from it. That's my opinion. That's my read of it. For those of you who have been telling me that I'm biased and that there's only one angle to this story and that a man pulled a gun and shot 5 times at another woman and that the prosecutors haven't charged him with attempted murder, but I'm biased. If you believe the story that a man pulled a gun and shot 5 times at another woman, he hasn't been charged with attempted murder, and now you have another woman in the car saying, I plead the Fifth.
That's because they have no proof or evidence that he did, so they wouldn't be able to charge him anyway. What they're trying to do is use the court of public opinion to push this case forward, which is what they're doing. They say, listen, if we can convict him in the court of public opinion, we get Meg Thee Stallion to testify against him, then we get Meg's friend Kelsey to testify against him, then we could really, convict him. But they really, if they were to say, we're going to get you on attempt murder, you don't have any proof. You have no evidence. You have none of that. You need to have that because, and that would cost them more money because they'd have to really dig deep and investigate. Meg Thee Stallion is a liar. She went on national TV and lied. This woman is out here sleeping with all types of dudes in the industry. These chicks are industry slurs, man. I told y'all, Meg wants to be famous. She only cares about being famous. Her, Sweetie, there's another one. These chicks only care about being famous and making money. They don't care about making music and being a real artist. It's a vehicle to get the fame and notoriety so they can get access to these rappers and these athletes. And Megan is out here screwing the men that her friend, who ain't even famous, is sleeping with. That's how deep her jealousy was. That's how much of a slower energy that she had. You want to know what For the Streets is?
A stallion as a male horse.
Right. It is crazy she named herself that, right? Yeah, Ruby Rose as well. All they care about is being famous and getting access to famous men. That's all they care about. They don't care about making good music. And I will say this too about Nicki Minaj. Y'all can criticize Nicki Minaj all you want to, but Nicki actually cares about being the top female rapper. She actually will put out music. She'll put the work in. She actually cares about that aspect of it. These other women do not. That's why they will never get to her level or surpass her. Cardi B got, she kind of was going in that direction, but of course she got wifed up by a rapper and she got lazy. Simply Bear said to self, that's what you call a woman that's thick. Her probably.
Oh my God. When we walked out of that courtroom just now, every single person was shocked. Every single person was
Make sure y'all get the likes
up. A lot
up.
of people were looking at me like, bro, tell me what is going on. Kelsey took the stand. Before she even started talking, there were fireworks. This started with Kelsey coming in and saying she is invoking her Fifth Amendment right to remain silent and not testify. When someone invokes the Fifth Amendment, they have to be invoking it because if they were to testify, they would be giving testimony that incriminates themselves. She said, I will not testify because I would be giving testimony that I'm incriminating myself. That's what it means when she invoked the Fifth Amendment. Now, the government offered her immunity. They said that we will not prosecute you and use this testimony against you, so please testify. Her lawyer came back and said, well, that's not good enough. I don't want you to just not use her testimony against her. I want you to confirm to me that you will not prosecute her for any crimes arising out of this instance, out of this situation. The prosecutors said, yes, on the record, we will not be charging Kelsey for anything that came out of this incident.
Now that was smart to do because now they can't punish her. They'll try, but they can't punish her for basically not doing their bidding. They can't punish her. And that was smarter for her lawyers to do that.
And then she testified. I'm going to go over the whole testimony in the next video, but here's the piece that we just left off at lunch. The courtroom is just, I can't even explain the tension. They asked her, at one point, did Tory ever say that I'll shoot you? And she said, I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment right, which suggests, they asked her, what's the context? When did he say I'm going to shoot you? She said, I invoked the Fifth, which suggests that the context was Kelsey was doing something, perhaps Meg was also doing something that would incriminate her. That's the context. That's what I get from it. That's my opinion. That's my read of it. For those of you who have been telling me that I'm biased and that there's only one angle to this story and that a man pulled a gun and shot 5 times at another woman and that the prosecutors haven't charged him with attempted murder, but I'm biased. If you believe the story that a man pulled a gun and shot 5 times at another woman, he hasn't been charged.
Right. You're shooting at a woman and you're not charged with trying to take that woman's life. They have no case. That's why. This is optics. We're talking about LA and their district attorney's office, man. Looking for attention. That's what it is. Looking for the court of public opinion. They're looking to be popular. They see the Johnny Depp trial. They say, well, hold my beer. But it's not looking too good for them.
With attempted murder, and now you have another woman in the car saying, I plead the Fifth. Oh.
Yeah. I got another video here. I got another video here that was on Academics page. He posted a bunch of those update clips. That's what that one was from. But people, I want y'all to understand that when you have a weak case, you have to rely on the people that are there. But this case shouldn't have gotten as far as it did, but they saw the optics. They said, we have a black male rapper, we have a black female rapper, we could do something with this.
You heard the bombshell from this morning. Let me catch you up on the rest of Kelsey's testimony. They asked her, how are you feeling? She said, I don't want to be here. They asked her, what's triggering you? She said, quote, lies from Megan. She was asked what.
See, her dislike of Meg Thee Stallion is why she was able to go there and plead the Fifth. She just wanted to go there and express how much she wanted to expose Meg Thee Stallion and be honest about her portion of that. But as far as the other things, no. She just wanted to go there and basically put it out there that, Meg Thee Stallion is not who y'all want to paint her as.
Lies, that I betrayed her, that I am a bad friend, that I took hush money. Was asked, how do you feel about the allegation that you shot Megan? She said, that's ridiculous. She was asked, how did you meet Tory Lanez? Me and Meg both met him at the same time at a Rock Nation brunch. She continued that after they met, Meg wanted to hook Tory up with Kelsey, that did happen, that Kelsey and Tory were engaged in an intimate relationship, that Kelsey got COVID, went back to Texas, and during the time she was back at Texas, having left LA, Tory and Meg started getting it on. They talked about the night of the incident. They got to...
Damn. Like, okay. Meg Thee Stallion hooks up Tory with Kelsey, right? And as soon as Kelsey leaves California, she's now messing around with Tory. That's sneaky, man. I told y'all Western women are sneaky. Western women are some sneaky heifers, man. Like you hooking your friend up with this dude, then when your friend is out the way, she's gone somewhere, now you hooking up with him. Shout out to Travis Heron. Appreciate that, man.
Kylie Jenner's house around 3 to 4 p.m. She was a great witness, by the way. She answered everything extremely knowledgeably, extremely truthfully. I believe every word she said. She never seemed like she was trying to hide something, except when she pled the fifth, of course. Now, she's clarified this was not a party. Those were just people hanging out. There was maybe 5 or 6 people before Tory got there. There was a lot of alcohol. She said at one point she did pass out. When she woke up, Tory was there. They were all in the pool. They were having fun. She confirmed a lot of the speculation. Tory was hooking up or trying to hook up, flirting with Kylie in the pool. Meg was very agitated, trying to leave with Tory. Tory did not want to.
That's not your man. That's not your man. He was with your friend and then you got with him. That wasn't your boyfriend, but she acted like that was, like they were dating. That's why how could you be jealous for a man that you're not even in a relationship with? Explain that to me. You're not even dating him. So why do you care if he's flirting with Kylie?
She contradicted Meg's testimony. Meg said, I don't remember ever leaving once and then coming back. Kelsey testified they all got in the car. They left without Tory. As they were going, Meg is rambling, being just weird, and then says, I forgot my slipper. Let's go back. They all go back to get her slipper. Then they grab Tory. Kelsey didn't go in at that point when they went back. But when they came out, Meg came out with Tory, and Meg said to Kelsey, bitch, Kylie told us it's time for us to go. Tory drops the bombshell that he had been hooking up with Meg. Kelsey did not know this. The first time she learned this is in that car. That's when the argument ensues. That's when just lots of arguing is going back and forth. The prosecutor really tried to pin it down and make it look like the argument was only between Tory and Meg, and Kelsey was adamant that everybody was arguing with each other. It was a mess. She confirmed that Meg was dissing Tory's career, his skills as an artist. This stuff all crescendoed.
How can you diss somebody whose career and talent is way better than yours? Meg Thee Stallion is a media created artist. She may have done more things commercially than Tory Lanez, but Tory Lanez musically, I think, has a better catalog than she does. How can you diss somebody who in 2020, now we're talking about 2020, you mean to tell me Meg thought her career was better than his in 2020? I don't think so.
Prosecutors asked her about, was there ever a threat made by Tory to shoot? She said yes. Prosecutor asked her, what's the context? She said, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right. You can only invoke your fifth if the testimony that you are compelled to give will incriminate you, meaning that the context around the threat, if Meg will not tell us, if Kelsey tells us, it would incriminate her. You heard the bombshell.
Somebody need to ask Partisan, Meg Thee Stallion's boyfriend, because Partisan has been very quiet. I noticed that Partisan didn't go to court with Meg Thee Stallion, and Partisan has been very quiet on social media. I bet she been lying to Partisan this whole time, but Partisan, he's such a simp that it may not matter what Meg Thee Stallion says. Bro, she was sleeping with like 3 dudes at once. I believe she was sleeping with Ben Simmons around the same time as well. Or maybe months before. But she was sleeping with 2 dudes at the same time. She was sleeping with the baby and she was sleeping with Tory Lanez. Back to back. But but that's the chick you fighting over? I'm telling y'all, man, these chicks are slores, man. God. Don't kiss them in the mouth.
From this morning, let me catch you up on the rest of Kelsey's testimony. They asked her, how are you feeling? She said, I don't want to be here. They asked her, what's triggering you? She said, quote, lies from Megan. She was asked, what lies? That I betrayed her, that I am a bad friend, that I took hush money. She was asked, how do you feel about the allegation that you shot Megan? She said, that's ridiculous. She was asked,
and also, the baby and Tory Lanez, they're around like the same height, right? So she was screwing two shorter guys at the same time, man. And then she goes and then starts dating 6'6", partisan. It's almost like she trying to run from her own cat facts. Shout out to DHP. Height really don't mean much. It really don't.
how did you meet Tory Lanez? Me and Meg both met him at the same time at a Rock Nation brunch. She continued that after they met, Meg wanted to hook Tory up with Kelsey, that did happen, that Kelsey and Tory were engaged in an intimate relationship, that Kelsey got COVID, went back to Texas, and during the time she was back at Texas, having left LA, Tory and Meg started getting it on. They talked about the night of the incident. They got to Kylie Jenner's house around 3 to 4 p.m. She was a great witness, by the way. She answered everything extremely knowledgeably, extremely truthfully. I believe every word she said. She never seemed like she was trying to hide something, except when she pled the fifth, of course. Now, she's clarified this was not a party. Those were just people hanging out. There was maybe 5 or 6.
You said that DHP. Make sure y'all like the stream too. Let's get the likes up.
6 people before Tory got there. There was a lot of alcohol. She said at one point she did pass out. When she woke up, Tory was there. They were all in the pool. They were having fun. She confirmed a lot of the speculation. Tory was hooking up or trying to hook up, flirting with Kylie in the pool. Meg was very agitated, trying to leave with Tory. Tory did not want to leave. She contradicted Meg's testimony. Meg said, oh, I don't remember ever leaving once and then coming back. Kelsey testified they all got in the car. They left without Tory. As they were going, Meg is rambling, being just weird, and then says, oh, I forgot my slipper. Let's go back. They all go back to get her slipper. Then they grab Tory.
She didn't want to leave that D behind, man. She didn't want Tory to be out here sleeping with no other woman except her, especially not Kylie Jenner. You know what I'm saying? She especially didn't want to leave him there because she knew what was going to happen.
Kelsey didn't go in at that point when they went back. But when they came out, Meg came out with Tory, and Meg said to Kelsey, bitch, Kylie told us it's time for us to go. Tory drops the bombshell that he had been hooking up with Meg. Kelsey did not know this. The first time she learned this is in that car. That's when the argument ensues. That's when...
Shout out to DHP again.
I bet Kylie is like, get my name out of your mouth.
All right. She's like, she don't want nothing to do with this.
Lots of arguing is going back and forth. The prosecutor really tried to pin it down and make it look like the argument was only between Tory and Meg, and Kelsey was adamant that nah, everybody was arguing with each other. It was a mess. She confirmed that Meg was dissing Tory's career, his skills as an artist. This stuff all crescendoed. The prosecutors asked her about, was there ever a threat made by Tory to shoot? She said yes. Prosecutor asked her, what's the context? She said, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right. You can only invoke your fifth if the testimony that you are compelled to give will incriminate you, meaning that the context around the threat, if Meg will not tell us, if Kelsey tells us, it would incriminate her. You heard the bomb.
And that's that particular video. We have another video I'm going to look for. Another video update. And I'm getting this via academics page. Hold on. And it's from I call him the social media lawyer. That's what I call him.
And it gets crazier. We are on a 15-minute break. Got to get back into the courtroom very quickly. I sat at 12 o'clock directly in Kelsey's line of vision. I watched her testify. I watched her deny that Tory threatened to shoot her. I watched her confess that she lied to the police when she said that. The reason why she was lying to the police, the investigators, is because she wanted to protect herself. OMG. The rest of the testimony that we just saw in the after lunch session was a prosecutor holding on for dear life to a recording between her, a police investigator, and another LA County prosecutor, and Kelsey, and just replaying that recording and saying, Kelsey, didn't you say this? And Kelsey saying, I did. Kelsey, is that true? And Kelsey saying, no, I lied. Did the LA County prosecutors give Kelsey immunity? I think so. They did, didn't they? That's what I reported this morning. That's what I saw in this courtroom. Does Kelsey sound like a believable witness? No. Is Tory Lanez accusing her of being the shooter? Yes. I'll tell you something. That jury, most of them, it looked like they had their mind made up. I don't know which way, but they saw that person say that I lied about all that to protect myself. They're going to hear that there was gunshot residue on her. And it gets...
That's that particular clip. Hopefully, they see that Tory did not do it. Tory did not shoot that woman. He did not shoot that woman. All right, got another update here we're going to get to. Okay. From the social media lawyer.
We are done. Kelsey is not done. She will be back tomorrow for another day of testimony. In fact,
Bro, they about to game plan a way to discredit everything that she said. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get Kelsey they're gonna try to get her to change her mind, but it's hard. You can't have people just change their mind in court thinking that testimony, is gonna a different testimony from her is gonna change anything. It's not. This is what happened.
Direct examination by the prosecution of Kelsey started in the morning. It's still not finished. It's going to continue to tomorrow, and then we'll get cross-examination. Let me catch you up on what happened. Kelsey testified that everything that she had told prosecutors and investigators before, suggesting that Tory had shot at Meg, was a lie. That she did it, why? To protect herself. Why was she protecting herself? She didn't want to incriminate herself. And then there was this back and forth exchange that just kept going on. They were saying the same thing to each other. I don't know why the judge allowed it. The prosecutor's like, why? She's like, to protect myself. Why? To protect yourself from what? And she just kept saying, to protect myself. Finally, they moved on. The prosecutor's story basically comes down to this. They're introducing evidence that Kelsey seems to deny, but then doesn't seem to deny, as far as Tory making offers to say, hey, I'll give you this money when they're in the car and the police are coming up behind them and there's a helicopter overhead. Tory's like, yeah, I'll give you $1 million. Don't say anything. And she's like, I didn't take that. I didn't know what he was talking about. And then there's another meeting that happens later on between Tory and her. And she says, I didn't take any money. But she, at the same time, doesn't deny that offers were made. The other part that prosecutors are using and hanging their hat on are messages after the shooting where Kelsey is communicating with other people, including a key text message where Kelsey says, Tory shot Meg. That was sent to Meg's security guard. For the cross-examination, what I'm looking and expecting for the defense to do is basically pin Kelsey as the shooter. They're going to start with the gunshot residue. They're going to say she's got gunshot residue on her. And then they're going to start pointing out to all, and there are so many, I don't even think you can cover them all, of the inconsistencies in the stories between Meg and Kelsey. One of the biggest inconsistencies that I can't make any sense of is Meg says that she was out of the car alone. Kelsey says, no, we were both out of the car. She said that today in court. We were both out of the car when the shots happened. Kelsey vehemently denied that she saw any type of shooting, and she kind of kept saying that there were just gunshots that went off. She did not admit how. I think a juror is going to go one of two ways. A juror is going to look at this and say she's been paid off, she's lying for Tory, Tory is a criminal mastermind, guilty. I think a juror might look at her and say she's trying to protect herself from incriminating herself about being involved in this shooting. And so she's lying, and maybe she's the shooter, and that's enough for me to say reasonable doubt the prosecution hasn't met their burden. We shall see. This case is not ending anytime soon. Stay tuned.
Yeah, it's they're gonna when they go back to court tomorrow, they're gonna try everything they can to try to either get her to change her testimony or try to get the jury to discredit her. But again, I heard that there was a witness that was like someone in the neighborhood that saw her, Kelsey and Meg Thee Stallion fighting. So how can Meg Thee Stallion be the only one outside the car if not only is there witnesses that have said that they saw two women fighting, but there's stuff that was on the ground that shows that there was some type of fight. Shout out to Trevon Livingston. Appreciate that. Make sure y'all like the stream too.
We are done. Kelsey is not done. She will be back tomorrow for another day of testimony. In fact, the opening direct
What's good, Vern? Gerald, shout out to all the mods here.
examination by the prosecution of Kelsey started in the morning. It's still not finished. It's going to continue to tomorrow, and then we'll get cross-examination. Let me catch you up on what happened. Kelsey testified that everything that she had told prosecutors and investigators before, suggesting that Tory had shot at Meg, was a lie. That she did it, why? To protect herself. Why was she protecting herself? She didn't want to incriminate herself. And then there was this back and forth exchange that just kept going on. They were saying the same thing to each other. I don't know why the judge allowed it. The prosecutor's like, why? She's like, to protect myself. Why? To protect yourself from what? And she just kept saying, to protect myself. Finally, they moved on. Prosecutor's story basically comes down to this. They're introducing evidence that Kelsey seems to deny, but then doesn't seem to deny, as far as Tory making offers to say, hey, I'll give you this money when they're in the car and the police are coming up behind them and there's a helicopter overhead. Tory's like, yeah, I'll give you $1 million. Don't say anything. And she's like, I didn't take that. I didn't know what he was talking about. And then there's another meeting that happens later on between Tory and her. And she says, I didn't take any money. But she, at the same time, doesn't deny that offers were made. The other part that prosecutors are using and hanging their hat on are messages after the shooting where Kelsey is communicating with other people, including a key text message where Kelsey says, Tory shot Meg. That was sent to Meg's security guard. For the cross-examination, what I'm looking and expecting for the defense...
I think that text message was sent to take the heat off of herself. Because again, if Kelsey Nicole is looking out for herself, of course she's going to send a text message to Meg's security saying that Tory shot her. She's not going to say she shot Meg. She's going to say that Tory shot Meg. Why would Tory shoot Meg? Like, why? He wasn't fighting her outside the car. So what purpose would he have to fight Meg Thee Stallion?
Do is basically pin Kelsey as the shooter. They're going to start with the gunshot residue. They're going to say she's got gunshot residue on her, and then they're going to start pointing
fight or be upset at Meg Thee Stallion
out to all, and there are so many. I don't even think you can cover them all, of the inconsistencies in the stories between Meg and Kelsey. One of the biggest inconsistencies that I can't make any sense of is Meg says that she was out of the car alone. Kelsey says, no, we were both out of the car. She said that today in court. We were both out of the car when the shots happened. Kelsey vehemently denied that she saw any type of shooting, and she kind of kept saying that there were just gunshots that went off. She did not admit how. I think a juror is going to go one of two ways. A juror is going to look at this and say she's been paid off, she's lying for Tory, Tory is a criminal mastermind, guilty. I think a juror might look at her and say she's trying to protect herself from incriminating herself about being involved in this shooting. And so she's lying, and maybe she's the shooter, and that's enough for me to say reasonable doubt the prosecution hasn't met their burden. We shall see. This case is not ending anytime soon. Stay tuned.
That was that update clip. Folks, we see what's really going on here. We see a situation where Meg Thee Stallion had to blame somebody. And it wasn't going to be herself, and I guess it wasn't going to be Kelsey, but Kelsey is going to look out for herself. And we have to understand that Meg Thee Stallion has been so promoted by the media, so protected by the media. And because of that, they thought the court of public opinion would be able to help them in this situation, and it hasn't, and it won't. You're going to need more. You're going to need more. And honestly, I think this is a witch hunt. They thought they were going to get an easy W. The fight, the media created gender war. They have this social media gender war they're trying to push. And they were going to use Tory as a sacrificial lamb. That's exactly what they were going to do. They were going to use him to basically sacrifice and say, we got this guy who harmed women. That was their whole thing. That was their whole thing. The whole thing. And it hasn't worked out the way they thought it was. It hasn't worked out the way they thought it was.
All right, open the place. Open it up, guys. How you feel? All right, open the place. Open it up, guys. How you feel?
It's Tory leaving the courtroom. They also have one with Kelsey leaving the courtroom as well.
Kelsey,
They have the
big
same
step
bodyguards.
up. Big step up. Did you tell the court? Did you tell the court that you pulled the trigger?
Yo, who that guy that be in the background said, "Why did you shoot Meg?" Is that the same guy? Is that the same guy?
You had gunshot residue on you. You sure you wasn't close to the gun?
How is it listening to PTSD? How is it living with PTSD?
Big stepper. She a real hitter.
Yo, every time we see these clips, we would go out there and be that same person, man.
Kelsey, big stepper. Big stepper. Did you tell the court? Did you tell the court that you pulled the trigger?
How is it living with PTSD?
You had gunshot residue on you. You sure you wasn't close to the gun?
We need truth. We need answers, damn it.
How is it living with PTSD?
Big stepper. She a real hitter.
She a real hitter. She a real hitter. Big stepper.
Kelsey, big stepper.
Big stepper.
Big stepper.
Big stepper.
Did you tell the court? Did you tell the court that you pulled the trigger?
How is it living with PTSD? Kelsey?
You had gunshot residue on you. You sure you wasn't close to the gun?
How is it living to PTSD? How is it living with PTSD?
Shout out to Machismo TV.
Male content creators played a big part in combating the media narrative.
Salute, man. Absolutely. We have to combat this. Absolutely. The more that combat it, the better. We're not going to allow people to destroy men or masculinity. It's just not going to happen.
Big stepper.
Big stepper.
She a real hitter.
She a real hitter.
Kelsey, big stepper.
Big stepper.
Big stepper. Did you tell the court? Did you tell the court that you pulled the trigger?
Chelsea Wick.
You had gunshot residue on you. You sure you wasn't close to the gun?
How is it listening to PTSD? How is it living with PTSD?
Big stepper. She a real hitter.
She a real hitter. She a real hitter. Yo, man. Yo, that's some classic shit, man. That's some classic shit, man. I told you, man, Kelsey in the looks department, if we went there, you know, I see why she, you know, Meg feeling the heat. Them dudes, you know, dudes getting with Kelsey, you know, and they ain't getting with her. Or she uses Kelsey to get them. That's what it's looking like. But yeah, she's a real hitter. She's a real hitter. Big stepper. She's a real hitter. She a real hitter. Hold on, we got to see that video clip again. Yo, this is a classic video, man. This shit is classic.
Kelsey, big stepper.
Big stepper.
Big stepper. Did you tell the court? Did you tell the court that you pulled the trigger?
How is it living with PTSD? Kelsey?
You had gunshot residue on you. You sure you wasn't close
He trying
to
to get to the truth, damn it.
How is it listening to PTSD? How is it living with PTSD?
Big stepper.
Big stepper.
She a real hitter.
Real hitter.
Kelsey, big stepper. Big stepper.
Big stepper.
Kelsey,
Did you tell the court? Did you tell the court that you pulled the trigger?
how is the lady with PTSD? Kelsey,
You had gunshot residue on you. You sure you wasn't close to the gun?
how is it listening to PTSD? How is it living with PTSD?
Big stepper. She a real hitter.
Yeah, real hitter.
Kelsey, big stepper.
Big stepper.
Big stepper.
Kelsey,
Did you tell the court? Did you tell the court that you pulled the trigger?
how is it living with PTSD? Kelsey,
You had gunshot residue on you. You sure you wasn't close to the gun?
how is it listening to PTSD? How is it living with PTSD?
Big stepper. She a real hitter.
She a real hitter. She a real hitter. All right. I had to play. That's a classic, man. They got another one when I think she was going into court. And I think that was that same guy, man. He always got these moments, man, that's just hilarious, man. Big stepper. She a real hitter. Oh my God. Listen, man. Listen, I don't know how this thing is gonna go, but it's not looking good for Meg and her team and Rock Nation. People say that Meg didn't want this. Well, they doing interviews with Gayle King didn't help. That didn't help. This is why they try to win in the court of public opinion so much, because they know how much people want to fight and battle, right? When it comes to men and women. Look at, for those of you who don't know, right? I'm now putting up YouTube shorts, right? On my Jada Black channel and on my Bayless Responsive channel, I'm putting up YouTube shorts. And one of the shorts that I put up had to do with the Knicks basketball team. The Knicks basketball team, you got a couple brothers. They got their white women. And you got this one European basketball player. He has a black girlfriend. And I noticed that people were praising the black girl for being with the white basketball player, and they were going in on the brothers with the white girlfriends, right? They want to push this divide between black men and black women. They want us to fight each other, to hate each other, and they're using Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez to do that. That's what they want to do. They want to use this case to push some stupid gender war. Appreciate that, big baby Jaye. They want to push some stupid gender war. And they don't understand the ramifications of that. It's cases like this. When you see women blatantly lying in court, going on national television, doing interviews, lying about who she slept with, only for her to be exposed as a liar because they think they can win in the court of public opinion. They think they could win the court of public opinion. But the thing is, the court of public opinion has its limits. One, that it don't matter what goes on in the court of public opinion. The only court that matters is the court of law. That's the same thing that with Deshaun Watson. It don't matter if y'all don't like Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson was not convicted in any court. So when they try to push this divide between black men and black women, I'm not pushing no divide. I call out you people equally. I've called out men, women, slurs, heifers, simps. I call them all out. Because if I find something to be a detriment, you're going to get called out. But there are a lot of people, specifically a lot of you black women, who are trying to use this case to push some stupid gender war. You make videos about how black men are destroying black women, killing black women, right? Y'all love making those videos. What about the videos of black women being killed by non-black men? Where are your videos on that? A lot of y'all relate to the party with the Lawrence Smith Field type videos. I did a video about the melanated woman in Miami that got killed when she went to this guy who she was seeing house. Why y'all ain't do videos about that? But let some black man do something to a black woman. Oh, here y'all go with 100 videos, live streams. Black men are destroying us, right? They're harming us. But what about these lunatic black men that you choose?
Gunna ate the cheese wedge pushing please free THUGGA. Cancel Meg ASAP.
Appreciate that, Sonny. Yeah, Gunna did get out. I was surprised. But then again, they're not after Gunna. They're after Young Thug. And Gunna did everything he had to do to get out. They're saying that he didn't snitch. They're saying that, they found some other loophole to get him out. I don't know. All I know is Gunna done got himself out of jail. And I think that's all. He got him a big booty Instagram model waiting for him as soon as he got out. Some BBL IG model waiting on him. That's all he cares about. And if Gunna knows what's good for him, he get the hell out of Atlanta and start over. But he's still going to be under the thumb of the feds. I'm sick and tired of you hypocritical people running your mouths, pretending like you care about black women, but you only care about black women when their lives are taken by a black man, or when there is a domestic violence situation with a black man, or a black man cheated on them. You pick and choose who you call out. Y'all can't look at my video catalog and say that I pick and choose. I don't pick and choose Nathan. I don't pick and choose. I don't. Y'all do. You pretend to care about black women when you don't give a shit about black women. You don't even have black friends, and the black women in your family can't even stand you. You go out and date women and they can't stand you. You got a lot of pretending going on. And they're trying to use this Meg Thee Stallion case and to push some gender war when you sleeping with a black man every day. A lot of you dumb, ignorant, melanated women, a lot of y'all talk all this shit about black men, but you will be laying up in the lap of one. You love black men outside of social media, but you get on social media, you're talking about divesting. How you going to divest when you got all these children by these brothers and you're still dating them? And you want to use this Meg Thee Stallion situation. Y'all mad at Kelsey. Kelsey is doing what's best for her, not Meg Thee Stallion. And I commend her for doing what's in the best interest of her, because Meg Thee Stallion just wants to use Kelsey to help her. Well, I'll say it's not really her case, but to help defeat Tory Lanez, because that's what it's about. It's about defeating Tory Lanez. They want to defeat a black man and put a black man in jail. That's what they want. This ain't got nothing to do with protecting black women. A lot of you black women don't even have black female friends. I've heard you tell me you don't have black female friends, or female friends in general. Look at, what's her name? Summer Walker. Summer Walker, the singer, said that she wants an assistant that's either a white man or a gay man. So I guess she wants either a white straight man or a white or white or black gay man. Like, why is it so specific? These women are weird. These women choose dysfunctional men, and then they think they can run away from their responsibilities. Y'all love running away from your accountability. That's what y'all do. You want to hide behind Meg Thee Stallion like she's this ultimate victim. Meg Thee Stallion is a violent drunk. She's not a victim. She fought her own friend over a dude. How are you going to call that a victim? You're fighting your friend over a guy that both of you are sleeping with. You should have left him at Kylie Jenner's house and went about your business. But you just couldn't do that because you knew if he had stayed there, he probably would have smashed. I hope Tory does sue Megan Thee Stallion. Because she's made herself a nice career over the last 2 years. Not musically, more commercially. Right? There is no gender war, people. It's a bunch of media propaganda. It's a bunch of purple-haired white women trying to push some narrative. If I see a white woman in purple hair, I already know she's a lunatic. As a matter of fact, Young Miami was going off on a tangent, right? Young Miami, they had a post about her, right? I looked in the comment section on Twitter, and there was this purple-haired feminist who was trying to expose somebody for not liking gays. This is a purple-haired white woman, right? White women are some of the most selfish.
Jenner on the stand.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do that. But I appreciate it, though. I don't think they're gonna do that. They're gonna put Corey, her mother's boyfriend, on this. I think they call him as a witness. What I'm saying is, purple-haired white women are the worst. Avoid them at all costs, okay? Because they are the main ones pushing for this gender war because they want power. They don't care about women. They just want power. Look at the Rings of Power. They're going to have a bunch of white female directors for season 2. Once again, trying to give more opportunities to white Caucasian women. Let's see if there's any more updates. I think so. Salute to everybody that's here. Make sure y'all like the stream. We're here live. Let's see if I have something else that I want to get into while I was live. Okay. Okay, here it is. Let me show y'all. No. Because I'm sick of the hypocrisy. We're going to get into this. Let me show y'all this right here. Y'all see this? They're posting this. A Ukrainian man being the only one with a black woman has me weeping right now. All right, y'all see the picture here. I did a short on this. See, black athletes could have the finest black women ever, and they still drinking milk, sending them back to the plantations. How the only N-word with a black woman is a white dude. See that? Shout out to Vegito.
Also beware of those septum-piercing women, too.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. The septum piercing, absolutely. I will say this again. Statistically, black men are violent, promiscuous, deadbeat fathers. So it's best they do not get with black women. I'm glad to see a beautiful black woman is also expanding her options. She will likely have a more stable, complete partner than if she was with these N-words. And they actually posted this on this blog site. They actually posted this tweet. I bet you it's either some delusional, overweight, unattractive black woman, or it's some gay man behind this post right here. I guarantee you. When they walk into the house for Thanksgiving, see, every Knicks player,
American.
but I'm also very proud that my wife is white. I'm very proud to be African American. But I'm also very proud that my wife is white. I'm very proud to be African American. But I'm also very proud that my wife is white. I'm very proud to be African American.
It was snowing something serious last night in NYC. You know what this photo also shows me? It shows me that black men do not care who you black women date. This narrative that black men are just mad, they're approaching you, why are you with this white man? That is false. We don't care who you heifers date. Right? Especially when you got these black men, they've dated white women, they have never come back. Okay? So because they have no intention of coming back, they don't care who you black women date. They do not. Okay? They really do not care who y'all are dating. You can date whoever you want to. That Ukrainian dude ain't never seen a black person in his life until he came to the States. And he said, you know, why not get with a sister? He never seen one. You know? The Ukrainian being the only one with a black woman is interesting. But again, it also shows that black men do not care who a lot of y'all are out here dating. You see, the women who have something to say about this are usually women who are mad that they can't get somebody white. You see, it's easy for a black man because y'all claim, because Umar Johnson said that, you know, black men can only get the white women that the white men don't want. I said that's subjective. It depends on what your level of beauty is in a woman. Like, you know, how, you know, white men feel about a woman or a black man feel about a woman. But I will say this, though. I can't say that I have seen myself white men dating chubby, average-looking white women. I have not seen white men share high standards in women. So if you're saying that these black men here can only get the white women that the white men don't want, you got to ask yourself, what is the status of those white men? Are we talking about, you know, white men who are high on the attraction level, the money level? Or are you talking about regular white men? Or are you talking about poor white trash? Like, what are you talking about on that scale? Because I'm pretty sure there are white men that would want to date these white women that these black men are with. This is subjective, right? And they don't care that the Ukrainian bro is dating a black woman. They don't care. Ain't that what y'all wanted? They seem pretty happy with their choices. I believe Derek Rose? But these guys seem to be happy with their choices. You know, there's no level of insecurity here. I think that there are black women out here who are angry because they can't be photoed like this. They can't be, you know, huddle up with a white man of high status and value like this sister here. You don't see it a lot, according to them. Yeah, the Ukrainian guy ain't smiling, ain't he? Every other dude is smiling except him. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I just want y'all to understand that Jalen Brunson, he looks like Derrick Rose. He looks like him. That's Jalen Brunson. Okay. He looks like D Rose. That's why I say he looks like him, you know. But black men do not care who you black women are dating. Please stop acting like we're out here mad because you're dating else person. We don't care. We don't care. All right? You can get into these comment sections and you can say whatever you want to say. But when you try to push this gender war and talk about how undateable we are, how violent we are, have you not looked at the news lately and what's happening to black women? at the hands of non-black men. There's violent men out here in general. You see, I don't generalize. No. I don't say only black women this or only white women that. I put all of these Western women in the same category because a lot of them should be put in the same category because a lot of them are just the same. They do look alike, don't they? So I'm seeing the fake outrage, and it's funny to me. It's absolutely funny to me. You know, it's just like I feel like it reminds me of that video clip that I saw. I meant to do a response to it. Salute to Vegito.
The case really showed me a lot of sisters hate BM.
Yeah, they do, Vegito. Appreciate that. There's a video, a podcast, right? I meant to do a video on it. BGS did a video on it. BGS and more did a video on the mixed woman who talked about how she doesn't like seeing black men with white women, but she likes seeing black women with white men. This literally was, and you got 3 mixed chicks basically sharing that same opinion to a certain degree. And that's the way of the world. Even mixed women are like, we don't want to see black men with white women. It's like, well, you're a product of that, right? If black women date white men and have children, they're going to have mixed children. That's the mindset of black women and mixed women. They like seeing white women seeing black women with white men, but they don't like to see black men with white women. I wonder why. It's because white women are the competition of black women and mixed women. They are the competition. Even though I think the Latinas are your competition, actually. You know, these dudes out here dating the Latinas. They're not really out here, you know. I think Gunna, when he got out of jail, he was with a Latina. I think that was a Latina. The Latinas are your competition, not necessarily these white women, but they see the white women as their competition for whatever reason, right? I saw that. I just say, you know, that's why they're pushing this gender war BS because, yes, you got the lesbian studs out here wrecking black women, but they mad at the wrong people, man. Let's see what else. Hold on. Let's see this. Y'all see this? Do y'all see this? Shout out to Sonny.
Shout out to NBA Youngboy for becoming a passport bro. His new Filipino BM. Right, yes he did. He did get a new Filipino baby mama. You know, appreciate that. You know, NBA Youngboy just don't care, man. He gonna be with whoever, right? I want to know if y'all saw this, right? This is Young Miami. She has been on a tear, right? And I saw that the game, you know, was shooting a shot with her. Like, first off, why would you want somebody who don't even values themselves? Like, Young Miami don't value herself. Like, she really doesn't. So trying to be with somebody that doesn't value themselves, I don't know if that's a good strategy. But he wants to shoot a shot. Says the game is looking to add little Young Miami into his life after learning the City Girl star is single. The Compton-born rapper initially put out a call for the next best thing on Wednesday, asking his Twitter followers to help him find a young Atlanta, a young Houston, a young New York, since the Act Up star is currently cuffed up with Diddy, or so he thought. Since Young Miami is taken, where is young Atlanta, young Houston, young New York at? If you holding it down like her, you'll never pay a bill again in this entire his lifetime or the next. The game soon redirect his romantic pursuit towards winning the affections of Young Miami, though, when the Shade Room posted his tweet on their Instagram page, prompting a seemingly welcoming response from the City Girls Beauty. I'm single, boo. She commented on the post. The documentary rapper wasted little time in shooting his shot as he sent her the first 6 digits of his phone number in a reply. LOL with the eye emojis. Look at this guy, man. Like, what? What's going on with this guy, man? Look at this. He could have saved that for the DM if he's serious, man. And look, he commented like 8 minutes after she did, man. He was lurking in them comment sections, man. He want Diddy sloppy seconds, man. Despite Diddy confirming that he and Young Miami are dating on an episode of her Carisha Please podcast last summer, the City Girls rapper has repeatedly insisted that she is very much a single woman. When quizzed about her relationship status by her groupmate JT on Twitter in April, months after rumors of her and Puff's romance began circulating, Young Miami emphatically responded single. The 28-year-old shed more light on her flirting with the Harlem-bred mogul hitmaker in an interview with XXL in September, revealing they actually see other people outside their relationship. We are dating, we single, but we're dating. She explained, people don't know what dating means. He's single, I'm single, and we're dating. That's what I mean when I say we go together. When we're together, we're having the time of our lives, but we're still single. Let's see. She added, he see other people outside of me and I see other people outside of him. I'm young, I'm dating, I'm, having fun, I'm doing me. He doing the same thing. I can't speak for exactly what he doing or who he's seeing, but we're single and we're dating. Despite being clear about her love life, Young Miami found herself as a butt of jokes on social media this week following Diddy's aforementioned baby news. The feisty Florida native fought her corner, though, and wound up in a spat with academics after the podcast host alluded to her being one of his side chicks. And I actually did a video on that because, Young Miami, you are a side piece. No, well, okay. You're a jump off. I mean, you're a lady in waiting. I mean, how else can we say that you're not? I mean, this is the position that you put yourself in. In the game, he see blood in the water. I see. That's why he over there, man. In the game, trying to play it off like he looking for another Young Miami. This dude looking for a Young Miami. He said, if I can get a chick that's young and dumb, why not? And she does come off very dumb. I mean, she does. You want to get with these older guys because you think they're just going to spend money on you and all this. Yeah, they'll do that, but they're also going to be seeing other women. You're not enough for Diddy. Young Miami probably has always been that girl that guys wanted to get with where she's from. And now she's in a situation where she's just one of the chicks that the guy that she is with, wants. She's one of them. And I think that really bothers her. I think that really bothers her. That's why she's melting down on social media right now. Let's see if we have any more updates. You have any more updates? Hold up. Hold up. Salute to everybody that's here. Make sure y'all like the stream, damn it. If you don't, I have another topic here. We can get to. Well, let me see if there's any updates here. Oh yeah, let me show you. Let me let y'all see Gunna getting released. Let's see. Gunna getting released. Hold up. Gunna got him a chick with the BBL already. It's Gunna. She got the bodysuit on like she Kim K. Yo, is that the chick that Kanye was with? Is this the chick that Kanye was with? He had the Instagram model waiting on him when he got out, man.
Why the Alfred plea, Gunna? He's not making any statements right now, guys. Thank you.
Anything you can say?
Gunna had the chick with the bodysuit and the BBL waiting on him when he got out. With the bodysuit and the BBL waiting on him. You dig? Don't they like the chick that Kanye was with? But all these chicks look alike. So, you know,
why the Alfred
all of them look alike.
He's not making any statements right now, guys. Thank you.
Anything you can say for fans or supporters?
We have a
Straight to smash it, right? You got to make up for some lost time, man.
press release that I think we issued.
Thank you.
Do y'all have a copy?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Ladies, why are y'all getting BBLs? Y'all shaped like the letter L, man. Lowercase L. These chicks are shaped like a lowercase L, man. Where's the natural heifers at, man? God damn.
Why the Alfred plea, Gunna?
He's not making any statements right now, guys. Thank you.
Anything you can say for fans or supporters?
We have a. My head's spinning. I haven't slept in a while. We have a.
All these models look alike, man.
Yep.
All these models look alike. I just want to know, you know, what built like the lowercase L's, man. Sheesh. That's what they built like. Yeah, man, he had to get out of there. Hold up, let me see. All right. Well, I don't know if he telling, but time will tell. Get it? Time will tell. Yeah. Time will tell.
Oh.
Okay, that's just the other video. I was waiting to see if there was any like updates on it, but obviously there's none. There's none up there. What else I got here to be talked about? Hold on, let me speak on Robert Griffin real quick. Let me see. Salute to everybody that's here. Yeah, I'm posting shorts now. Absolutely. And shout out to everybody that's been checking out the shorts. I didn't think I was gonna do that, but you know, shorts to me isn't really TikTok. From my perspective, I think it's just a way to creatively put videos together in a short amount of time, which is cool. But yeah, check out the shorts. What I may do with the shorts, I may just put up like previews of like long form videos, something like that. You know, they've been doing all right so far. Let's see. Let's see, Robert Griffin, RG3, man. What the hell is going on with RG3? RG3 out here explaining, apologizing, begging for forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, where is it? Black man, we got to stop explaining shit, man. Because RG3, you know, he's trying, man. He's trying to, you know, show personality and try to be, I don't know. All right. Robert Griffin III apologized for using racial slur during ESPN's live Monday night countdown. People wanted him fired. So RG3 apologized after receiving backlash after his appearance on ESPN's Monday Night Football, where he can be heard using a racial slur during the live broadcast. The former NFL player was discussing Philadelphia Eagles winning over the New York Giants and called out Jalen Hurts' critics. People said Jalen Hurts couldn't get it done. He said, He could not break from the pocket. He's not the quarterback of the future. I think he proved all those wrong. Can y'all tell me in the comments exactly what he said? Because they blanked it out. Did he say like the contemptuous term has historically been against the black community? Following the backlash from social media, RG3 issued an apology on Twitter, quoting the viral video. Yo, definitely need to clarify this. This is not what I meant to say, the former Washington Commanders quarterback said. Was trying to say those bugaboos in reference to haters and doubters. So they thought he said jigaboos. Did he really say jigaboos live? Listen, this is what happens, black people. This is what happens when you embrace cancel culture. They're going to use it against you. RG3 continued, regardless of my intention, I understand the historical context of the term that came out of my mouth, and I apologize. This is, the post that he put up. I think he did this to mock some people as well. Did he really say jigaboos? Hold up. Because I know, like, jigaboos. That's what white people call us when we ain't around. Ain't it? This is what white liberals call us when we ain't around. It's taking a little while. ESPN Griffin joined ESPN back in 2021 as a college football and NFL analyst. At the time of his signing, he said the sports network would let him leave his position as an analyst if a team offered him a return to play. ESPN has been great through this whole process. In understanding that I still want to play, Griffin told AP at the time via ESPN, I still love the game. If that opportunity doesn't come, I'll be giving everything I have to ESPN and this process. Shout out to 92 Dolo.
Trained Thoughts and Robots. Salute, Jaye.
Salute, man. Griffin played football in college for the Bayless Bears. He was drafted by the Washington Redskins in 2012. Shout out to XRIP, XRIP 38K. Appreciate it. Griffin played football in college for the Bayless Bears. He was drafted by the Washington Redskins in 2012. As the second overall pick in 2016, Griffin signed a contract with the Cleveland Browns and was named starting quarterback for that season and will be released the following year. In 2018, Griffin signed a one-year contract with the Baltimore Ravens was the team's backup quarterback. He would remain with the Ravens until 2021 when he was waived. So he said they thought he said jigaboos and they want him fired. I saw a white woman on Twitter saying he needs to be fired. These Karens who pretend, I'm telling y'all, black people, stop embracing cancel culture. Stop doing it. It is absolutely ridiculous that we have black people embracing cancel culture because they're going to use it against you. When you start saying the N-word in front of people on TV or whatnot, they're going to want you to apologize. Why would he say that on television? Shout out to Sonny.
What about Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless rant?
Oh, I'm going to get to that. Should I get to it tonight? I got to find it. Appreciate that. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. Man, Shannon Sharpe is getting cooked. There are people who are going at Skip, but all Skip did was expose Shannon. Made him look bad. He made him look bad. I know y'all not going to like what I'm saying, but, Shannon Sharpe did look bad, man. He exposed him, made him look emotional, sensitive, right? He should have did with Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose was able to destroy Skip Bayless by calling him Water Pistol Pete. And he never had to raise his voice. What's good, Be Fierce? He never had to raise his voice once. And even Kevin Durant is telling him to tighten up. Is it? Let's go here. All right. Let's see. Shannon Sharpe urged by KD to toughen up after Skip Bayless spat. Shannon Sharpe is one of the greatest tight ends in the history of the NFL. Of course, he won 3 Super Bowl titles. This includes 2 with the Denver Broncos and 1 the Baltimore Ravens. Additionally, he is in the Hall of Fame and even holds the record for the best statistical game by a tight end. Overall, he is a player who should be respected by everyone. He helped change the game for tight ends, as the position would never be the same following his career. He is a pioneer in the game of football, and to question his credentials is simply ludicrous. Counselor Murray says, no, he said jigaboo and states that he meant bugaboo. But I want to know, are y'all offended by that?
No, he said jigaboo and states that he meant bugaboo.
Appreciate that, though. I'm thinking that because he, again, with him, he's tried a lot of different things to get over, so to speak, and it hasn't really worked. Unfortunately, this is exactly what his co-host Skip Bayless did on Monday. In the clip down below, you can hear Skip telling Shannon that Tom Brady is better than him. Moreover, he even suggests that Shannon is jealous of Tom Brady, which is truly ridiculous notion. How do y'all know? Of course, Shannon Sharpe was livid with Skip's commentary, and it led to some tense moments on set. Unfortunately, Bayless continued to poke the bear and wouldn't let up. Now there is this sense that the two will never have the same chemistry on air. Let me say this. I think that people miss the point about this. Undisputed's ratings have been slipping. Undisputed has not been able to be the same than when it first started with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe. And I feel that this could be them trying to get publicity for the show, to get ratings, because they have not been doing very well ratings-wise. And this could be a way for them to get attention for the show. Now, I know some people don't want to believe that this is a way for them to get attention to the product, but that's exactly what it is. I don't think Skip and Shannon hate each other. They've had heated discussions before. And the thing about Skip understands people, and Skip knows how to get under people's skin with ease.
Still playing at a high level at 45 when you had to stop at 35.
Skip, that's what you do.
That's the point.
That's what you do. Every time I call something into question, I'm jealous.
No,
Skip, I did what I did.
I never said you were jealous of Baker Mayfield.
Skip, I did what I did. You make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame.
Okay,
I got 3 Super Bowls.
He's in the effing Hall of Fame. He said effing. Effing.
Oh,
so what?
So what?
He's way better than you were.
I'm better than you.
Better.
Skip, I got to see what you do.
He should have called him Water Pistol Pete. He should have been like Water Pistol. Well, you're Water Pistol Pete, because Skip would lose it if he called him Water Pistol Pete.
Take personal shots.
No, I don't take personal shots. You started it.
Time out. You would take a personal shot at me.
I didn't take a personal shot at you.
Wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
You would take a personal.
Put your glasses back on.
Skip is not taking this seriously, man. He telling him to put his glasses back on, man. Well, people acting like Shannon Sharpe was ready to throw hands. You know when somebody gets upset. You know when people. I'm not saying that this is 100% made up, but what I'm saying is I don't think it's as serious as y'all think it is. Y'all making it seem like these two hate each other's guts and I will never work with Skip Bayless ever again. These are two men who understand the internet, and they understand they need to go viral. Stephen A. Smith goes viral every day. I see his name trending after they do a show. They want the same thing. He told this man to put his glass. Now, that doesn't mean that Shannon Sharpe isn't upset. It just means that I don't think he's as upset as people trying to make it seem like, because he would have probably walked off. He didn't walk off. He stayed there. And look at towards the end of it. Didn't he kind of calm down towards the end?
Can I finish? You're willing to take a personal shot at me to say this man is better than me because I say he's playing bad this year?
Well, because you just
go ahead.
You disrespect him. It's just so. You know what? It's beneath your dignity.
You disrespect me to support him.
No, well, I'll support him over anybody because he's the greatest player who ever played your game, and it's by far.
Have at it.
Okay,
Take off, bro.
I'm going to have at it because I'm going to have at you.
Look at that. It didn't seem like Shannon was like, huffing and puffing. I'm out of here. It's like it was two guys having a heated discussion. Y'all do know heated discussions go on all the time. Heated discussions go on all the time. That's what happens.
Two grown men arguing, not like Skip called Sean Jigaboo Tears of Joy.
No, but he said his Hall of Fame didn't mean much. His Hall of Fame spot didn't mean much. And that's why, I think that's why Shannon was like, what? I'm in the Hall of Fame. What? What'd you say? It's like, well, he's saying that you're not as good as Tom Brady. I think a lot of people agree that, Tom Brady would be considered a better player than Shannon Sharpe is, overall, because not only because of the championships, but the longevity, what he's done in his career with two different teams. Took two different teams to the Super Bowl as a quarterback. I think Shannon Sharpe is one of the best tight ends ever. I would never doubt him. But again, we're talking about Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless insults everybody. Go look up Skip Bayless and Carissa Thompson. Look at how he destroyed Carissa Thompson. She never hosted First Take ever again. That is Skip Bayless. That's what he does. He gets under people's skin. The clip was posted by DJ Academics on Instagram this morning, which led to a quick response from none other than Kevin Durant. As you can see below, KD told Shannon to toughen up. It was a pretty bold piece of advice, and we're sure Shannon isn't going to appreciate it. Man, who cares? Y'all act like Shannon is this big tough guy. Shannon talks tough on social, but these guys don't care. Like, who doesn't KD respond to? He's went at Stephen A. Smith. He goes at Shannon Sharpe. A lot of these people rock with Skip. A lot of these players like Skip Bayless, probably more than Shannon Sharpe. Probably more than Stephen A. Smith as well. So that's why you will see Kevin Durant say this, because Kevin Durant is like, y'all are critical of us. So, I'm going to be critical of you. After all, if there is anyone who has yet to be toughened up, it will be KD. The Brooklyn Nets star is constantly getting into social media battles with nobodies. However, it seems like Durant is still dead set on getting his shots in. I mean, it's the internet. People are going to say things. But for people to act like everybody's mad at Skip, no, they're not. They're actually making fun of Shannon Sharpe, because Shannon Sharpe do run his mouth and talk a lot of shit. Let's not pretend like he doesn't. He's an opinionated man, and people are going to have opinions about him too. I don't think that video clip was as damaging and as bad as people want to make it out to be. All you have to do is see them on a regular basis. I mean, Skip Bayless gets into heated debates and arguments with a lot of people. That probably was worse than this. This was a heated discussion. I'm surprised Shannon didn't do more. You know? I'm surprised Shannon didn't do more, you know? Like I said, I'm just surprised he didn't do more, you know? Salute to everybody that's here. There's a lot of people that need to be out here, need to be toughened up out here. You need to toughen it up. There's a lot of weak, limp wrist people out here. Let's see. Salute to everybody that's here. Hold on, let me see. Should I see if there's any more updates on this? See if there's any more updates. Talk about that. I think that's it. Hold on. I appreciate everybody being here, though. Okay, where am I? Okay. Okay. All right. Shout out to everybody that's here. Gotta go back. Give me a second, folks. Hold on, I gotta go back. But yeah, the whole Shannon Sharpe thing looks like a little bit of fake outrage. I mean, this is what goes on with these debates. I mean, this is how heated things could get. I don't think that we're seeing something that we've never seen before. This is what happens. I mean, this is what happens. Let's see, go live. Got to get back into the studio. They keep me out the studio. Okay, here I am. I appreciate y'all being here. Oh, I got one more video we're gonna react to, and then we out of here. And then I'm gonna come back live if there's something else that I should address. I'm gonna talk about this this date video. I'm pretty sure y'all seen this date video of this this black queen who decided that she was gonna go on a date and get food for her children. I told y'all these, and I bet you she's a millennial. Millennial women are the worst. Millennial women are the worst. Millennial women are the most unwifeable, undateable. I mean, Young Miami's a millennial. That's why nobody wants millennial women, right? So let's get into this video.
Should he be ordering food for her kids that's at home?
So it's for my kids.
No.
Real kid.
Yeah, you owe me that.
And they with their daddy? No, that is.
Get the waitress.
That's so. Go ahead and bring another steak and some potatoes. Okay.
No, don't bring no potatoes. No, bring the check. I'm paying for my meal and your meal. I'm not paying for your kids' meal. No.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not paying for their kids' meal. No.
So you don't think you owe me after having me wait an hour and a half?
I told you I owe you. I owe you one. I'll take you out again.
And so you're gonna pay for my kids' food?
No, I'm not doing that.
If he had her waiting an hour and a half, he probably don't even live in her city. It's probably some dude she met off Facebook. Gentlemen, do you not hear the condescending tone by the way she's talking? This is a very condescending heifer, man. Very condescending. She think that because that hairdo has her feeling herself, right? And she's on this date thinking that she has all these options. This woman probably is nothing more than a baby mama bust down, okay? And she's on a date with you because she sees you as somebody that's willing to pay. That's willing to pay. But I would not give this heifer anything. As a matter of fact, I would tell that waitress, if you come back with any food, I'm walking away. I'm not paying nothing. I'm not paying the tab. You know?
Can you please go ahead and
I'm not doing that. No. Hold up, beautiful. Hold on. Don't do that.
Why you trying to bring two, please?
What's in there, Kiera? Why should I do that, Kiera?
Because you sitting right here on the date.
I was late to the date.
You bring 2 orders.
But I'm saying, why would I get her kids food? Why would I get her kids some food? They with their daddy.
She was right here.
Their daddy should be feeding them.
And 5-year-olds eating steak with a side of A1 sauce.
She ate.
Fuck out of here,
Eating the
B.
same way I eat. Nah, hell no. I'm straight. I'm cool. Don't put that on my bill.
Give him
Don't put that on me.
Make sure you put a side of A1 sauce as well. He
Yo,
paying for all of this today.
I'm not paying for all that. No, I'm not paying for all that.
Yes, you are.
You gonna get her fired up in here.
She ain't gonna get fired.
No, I'm about to go back in the kitchen. You got me messed up, bro. I'm about to tell her right now. No, for real. I'm telling her right now. No, you got messed up. I'm not paying for that. No, I'm not. I'm not paying for this food. I'm not paying for this.
She sat here and watched
Just because I was late. Just because I was late, I'm not paying for this. No, I'm not doing that.
And then after we already at Red Lobster, you couldn't take me nowhere.
I'm about to go back in the kitchen. I'm going back to the kitchen. No, I'm not paying for this. I'm about to leave.
That plate is for her and her man later. Fellas, don't fall for it.
Nah, listen, I'm straight.
I've been here since I was 15.
Okay, I told you I owe you one. So I mean, I'll take you out again.
Whatever.
Do something for you, but I'm not doing something for your kids.
Whatever.
No, I ain't even met your
I
kids.
want you to make sure that my kids eat too.
Man, y'all see this, man? Look, I'm recording this. Look, y'all see this shit, bro? I'm recording, bro.
Y'all saying it's a skit? Yeah, I felt like after about 10 minutes, that shit felt like I heard his voice before. I'm like, where have I heard his voice before? And then somebody put this dude's name in the chat. I'm like, okay, that sounds like him. Let me tell y'all something. This is why I don't do these reaction videos like this. Y'all be sending me videos just like this. I'll be, tossing away. I was like, what? Let me see that video. Skit. Toss that away. What is that? That's a skit. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I see videos like this, I do research into them. The only reason why I did this one live is because for so far, I haven't heard that it was a skit. So if it's a skit, it's a skit. But nonetheless, it's a life lesson, gentlemen. Stuff like this happens. I want y'all to understand. That's why I have so much to say about it. There are women out here with children who go on dates just so they can eat and their children can eat. Right? They're looking for a free plate. And you can usually tell her because her demeanor and how she talks and how she acts like she's the prize. None of these heifers are the prize. None of you heifers are the prize. That's why you got all these kids and no man. That's why you on the dating scene with a whole bunch of children. Okay? Because you are not the prize. You are delusional if you think you are. But that's what happens. That's what happens. A lot of times, you got a lot of miserable women out here. And they're miserable because they realize they made a mistake. They out here chasing street dudes, married men, right? Chasing married men and street dudes and wasting their life. Next thing you know, they're 40 and they're not as attractive as they used to be. Now they're angry at the world. They're going to get BBLs because they want to bring back the attractiveness that they lost. They want to bring back that sexiness that they used to have, but you wasted your best years being a side chick. Young Miami is wasting the best years of her life being a side chick. She has nobody to blame but herself. Yet a man is always the prize. We have to carry ourselves as that because they need us. They need our attention. They need us to pay for their OnlyFans and to support their lifestyles. And without us, what would these heifers have? Seriously, what would they have? Okay, that's it for me. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all being here. Shout out to everyone that's here. If there are any more updates that need to be addressed, I will make a video on it. All right. So salute to everyone that's here. Thank y'all. Moderators, channel members, patrons, make sure y'all join the channel and also sign up for the Patreon. I am putting up exclusive content there. So I'm going to get better and better. I got some creative things that I'm going to be working on. Subscribe to all the channels too. All right, subscribe to all the channels as well. That stepdaddy energy. All right. All right, people. See y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good rest of your night. And I'll see you next time.